Hello, welcome Rebels. My name is Ashley, and thank you so much for joining me today, whether it's early morning like it is here, you're taking a mid-afternoon break, or it's the evening time and you've chosen to just do some self-care and slow yourself down. Welcome. I am so happy that you are here joining me today. Just a few things about our practice. You are welcome to use a mat or a towel. Maybe you head outside and do this practice. I always welcome the idea of practicing with a yoga buddy, whether that is a human friend or a furry friend. And other props today, I definitely recommend for this practice, which is going to be very nice and slow. As we really move into the fall season, it's important that we just spend that time thinking about how we can slow down. I recommend a pillow and then maybe just a blanket or a towel to sit on, just to give us a little bit more of a sense of protection and coziness to really feel good in our bodies today. And then, of course, water. Water is so important. Every time that we move, we're flushing out toxins. So making sure that we're staying hydrated. Okay, now that you've gone to get your water and any of the other things that you might need, today the focus of our practice in this yini, or a mini yin as I call it, is aligning all of our chakras. So the chakras, or colors of or energy circles, are often represented coming as a line up your spine all the way to the crown of your head. And I recommend this as a great starting point to learn more about the chakras or the energy circles. Whether this is something that you really buy into or not, I'll be sort of guiding you through how we can open up. So whether or not the chakras are something that you think about and that you try to align, or it's just you just want to feel aligned in your spine, this practice is going to be for you. So let's go ahead and begin always with our breath. Taking a moment and taking 3 breaths together in this beautiful rebel community. Breathe it in. Take a pause and release. Big breath in, drawing from the base of the spine underneath the belly button. Breathe. Fill all the way up. Pause. Let it go. One more just like that. Breathe in. Fill up your cup, pause, and release. Melt it down. Beautiful job. Any of these postures can be done with the eyes open, or maybe we keep the eyes soft or closed. This is your practice, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be, right here, right now. You're taking the time, you've showed up for yourself, and that in and of itself is the most important part. So let's take a moment focusing on our root chakra. So that root chakra is this area right here, way underneath our belly button at the base of our spine. And that really helps us focus on feeling safe and secure. Exercising that helps us build trust trust in ourselves and trust in others. So taking our pillow, we can also take a blanket if a pillow is not available. Taking a big breath in as we roll the shoulders up and back. And then gently begin to fold forward onto our pillow. We might need to scrunch it up a little bit if we're feeling a little bit tight in the back, especially if it's the morning and the muscles aren't quite warmed up yet. We can extend the legs out a little bit wider if that feels good. And then let everything melt down. Thinking about how you can extend and build trust with yourself, with your instincts. We'll be here settling in for 8 rounds of breath. That deep belly breath that comes from well below the belly button all the way up through the throat space. Breathe. Got this. 3 more. Noticing what's beginning to release. Breathe in slowly, come up. In this yin practice, everything is a very passive stretch. So we're not activating, we're not pointing or flexing toes, we're not clenching anything or gripping anything. We want to really let everything go. As we move up into the sacral space is that area just in between the hips and below the belly button as we move into a reclined butterfly. That helps us focus on our healthy relationships and our creative aspect. So getting set in this reclined butterfly, placing the soles of the feet together, knees go out wide. We can extend the heels out a little bit more or a little bit closer to the hips, deciding what feels good to us. And then using this pillow, arms can come one hand to heart center, one hand to the belly, connecting with the breath. Or if we'd like to open up even more, arms up overhead and just release into the breath. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Three more, we got this. One more. Gently place the hands on the outside of the knees, Bringing those knees together and hug everything in. Again, remembering to let ourselves be passive, only focusing on this fluid movement and the breath. The breath is always what comes first. The breath is the basis of everything that we do. And then moving gently, placing the soles of the feet on the mat, working our way up into our solar plexus, this area that helps us build confidence. As we breathe in, slowly lift the left knee up, lift the right knee up. Draw the belly button in. We can extend the arms out to a T or a cactus. And then gently send those knees over to the left for a twist. We can look up at the ceiling or take the eyes and the neck the opposite way. What feels good to us today as we breathe and connect. Feeling our strong center, our connectedness with ourselves, with our confidence, knowing who we are, being able to express that. Draw that belly button in and up as we very slowly use the core to send the knees over to the right. Eyes go up to the ceiling or turn the head gently, using that pillow for our support. If the pillow here doesn't feel good, we can also place it in between the knees. And breathe. Three more. One more. Slowly bring the eyes back up to center. Draw the knees in. Let's do a few gentle knee circles, setting the knees counterclockwise away from each other while left knee goes counterclockwise, right knee goes clockwise. Opening up through the hips and the low back. And then gently letting those soles of the feet reconnect with the earth, coming all the way up. Very fluid transition, being gentle with ourselves, always taking this pillow over to the front of the mat, sending the legs down, opening up into our heart chakra. So a couple of options here. We can come into Sphinx. So our fingertips are pointing out towards the corners of the mat. If that feels good, that's a little bit bigger of a lower back opening stretch and heart opening stretch. We can also place the fingertips down where the forearms are bent in a 90-degree angle, fingertips pointing towards the front of the mat. Now would be a good time to stop and take a sip of water. Beginning to clean out and detoxify anything that's coming up for us. So as we move into this heart-opening stretch, the center of our beautiful space, this place of caring, of love, both for ourselves and for others, opening up this area and aligning it will help us have empathy. As we breathe in, lift up just very gently, using this pillow for leverage. We can look just past the mat, and we breathe. Letting everything, the lower of the body, melt into the mat, toes pressing in. Eyes open or soft for this one. Three more. One more. Recognizing that any of these postures can be done for longer periods of time. Or if one posture really, really speaks to you, hold it for longer. And if you just want to lay here for the rest of the class and listen to music and breathe, you can do that as well. Lifting those legs up to the sky. Let's windshield wiper back and forth. Being slow and gentle with ourselves. We move into our throat chakra, pressing ourselves up, gently coming into a tabletop, always being gentle as we begin to line this pillow up so that it's aligned with the base of our spine. And then moving on to our backs, letting that spine slowly just absorb into the pillow. And we want to scooch up so that our hips are supported, letting the crown of our head fall back so that the head is below the heart, and we're opening up to help us focus on speaking our truth. Recognizing our power in our voice, with our internal voice and our external voice. Hands can come to heart and belly. Hands can come down. So choose what feels best for you and reconnect with the breath. Embracing the stillness, the music of your breath. here. One more. Wonderful job. Breathe. Let's clear it out. Open the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more cleansing breaths all together in this beautiful community. Seal the lips. Breathe in. Release. Breathe. Release. Roll over onto the right side. Take a moment here as we come back into a child's pose. Breathe. 2 breaths here. Moving from the fish pose and the throat chakra that focused on authenticity to connecting with the third eye, this area in between our forehead, right here. Bringing the knees together or knees out wide, what feels best for you today, depending upon what your activity has been. Pressing the tops of the feet in and then reaching for that pillow as we slide forward into child's pose. Pressing the forehead down on the mat. And as we focus on this particular chakra, this is going to help us connect with our intuition. This is going to help us connect with trusting that voice within us as we breathe. This will help us focus on our imagination, something that we all need help connecting to. In a world where we're just constantly bombarded with visual stimulation, and auditory stimulation, really all of the senses all the time, connecting with that deep imagination and your vision is so, so valuable. Let's stay here together for 8 more rounds of breath. Wonderful job. Breathe. More. Take a moment and just gently massage the forehead on the pillow. Find some stillness as we come up. And this time using the pillow just to help really affirm our seat, feeling comfortable in our space. So elevating ourselves as we come to the final chakra. We've aligned all the way from the base of our spine, now all the way up to the crown of the head. And this particular part of our body is helps us focusing on achieving enlightenment. I can't promise that you'll achieve that today, but the longer that we sit and stay quiet, which is something that is always a challenge for me, not so much being quiet, but sitting still. So having that stillness, sitting up just a little bit taller, focusing on how we can open up. And as we start breathing, imagining that we're breathing all the way from that root up in a solid chain up through the crown of the head. And as we exhale, we're releasing everything out. So we're filling up and then releasing. Hands can be on the knees, palms face down if you want to bring yourself sort of into your body, palms face up if you'd like to absorb some of this beautiful energy we've created together. Or always to connect with the self, hands at heart center. So just choose which one feels best to you. Sitting up nice and tall, feeling your empowerment, your confidence, embracing your alignment, your power. Breathe. Release. This constant cycle of breath. A few more all together. Three more. One more. Wonderful job, Rebels. You are welcome to stay here for our final resting pose in a seated position, or you may choose to lower down, either laying on your back or your belly, your side. Any final resting posture is welcome. So choose your own adventure. Take an extra sip of water if you'd like to get an extra sip of water. Getting settled back into your final pose. Taking rest. Feeling your alignment and your strength. Letting everything melt just a little bit more. Always continuing that cycle of breath. The breath is where it all begins. begin to bring some awareness into the body. Gentle movement in the fingers and toes. Rocking the neck back and forth, tipping the chin. Shoulder rolls or hip rocks. If you took a Savasana laying down, roll to the right or left side. If you're seated, stay where you are. And then once you're in that position, 3 breaths together, breathe in peace. Breathe out peace. Breathe in gratitude. Breathe out gratitude. Breathe in love. Breathe out love. Bring the hands to heart center. Breathe. As we bow to release and end the practice, the light in me honors, respects, and appreciates the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, Rebels, for joining me today. I always love our time together. And thank you most importantly for showing up for yourself. Again, my name is Ashley. If you are ever on campus, you are welcome to join me on Wednesday mornings from 6:15 to 7 a.m. or Thursday evenings from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Both classes are in the Student Wellness and Recreation Center on UNLV's fantastic campus. You can also follow me at Neebs Does Yoga. Please make sure you take care of yourselves, Rebels. All the best to you. Thank you.